Hey guys, my name is Noah Nye. If there's one thing that I learned about leadership growing up from my parents is that it takes a ton of courage. It takes a lot of courage to break away from what society might be trying to tell you to do or what your friends and family might be trying to tell you to do. It's almost like this inner battle that we have with ourselves about what we think we need to go do versus what we really want to go out and do. It takes courage to break away from that. And I learned that early on from my parents that it takes courage to go out and build this amazing business. And what it's done is it's built this beautiful life for my family and our siblings, our extended family. And I couldn't be more blessed today that I have that courage because every single day I wake up and I get to go do what I'm excited about. And Mom and Dad, I couldn't be more thankful for instilling this courage into me and being such great leaders for so many other people.
Hey everybody, this is Kristen. I'm sitting here with Connor. He's our 10-year-old, so we're going to ask him those questions also. So Connor, do you think you're a leader?
Yeah.
Why? How do you think you are? What do you do?
I help others when they're down. I'm kind and I'm a 2%er.
2%er. What does that mean if you're a 2%er?
Usually when someone's doing something wrong and everybody else falls with it, I don't.
That's great. How else are you a leader? How do you treat people?
You treat them well.
Are you kind?
Yeah.
Do you help other people?
Yes.
Would you share with us what happened yesterday on the playground at field day?
So everybody in my class was when we were playing kickball, whenever somebody would make a mistake, everybody in my class would just dwell on that. And I told them all, instead of dwelling, they should be supporting everybody. And then as soon as I go up to the plate, everybody starts rooting for me. And then I kick it, and I make a home run.
Home run. Way to go, 2%er. Say adios.
Adios.
Hello, everyone. I wish I was as good at giving public speeches as my mom is. Her testimonies are always so bomb and so motivating, but I didn't get that gene from her. My thoughts move a little bit quicker than my mouth does, so I decided to handwrite my speech. So here it is. I have learned a lot on leadership and building my life from watching my parents grow their Primerica business. They have taught me to never give up, always put God first, and always put my best foot forward. In life, there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days, but tomorrow is a new day and another opportunity to reach your goals. I've also learned how to manage money and save for my future. I always complain to my mom about giving her $50 a month, but I know that $50 will turn into $1 million, and I consider myself pretty lucky to not have to rely on Social Security to get me through my retirement. So good job, Mom and Dad, for teaching me that. I also want to take this time to let them know how proud I am of them and all of their success and what they've accomplished so far. You guys are my heroes, and I love you both very much.
I am Josh Gambala. I'm the son of Jeff and Kristen Gambala, and I am very lucky to have grown up in a Primerica home where leadership characteristics and qualities have been instilled in our household. For example, I've been able to lead a Bible study for InterVarsity Christian Fellowship, and I've been asked to, my old baseball coach actually asked me to assistant coach the high school baseball team this year, which was really fun. And I've been able to apply and have been awarded for several leadership scholarships to help me pay for college. And some of the qualities we've actually gotten from Primerica is like how to treat people well and time management and things of that nature. It benefits us greatly, and as a whole I feel like we are more peaceful and have more freedom than a lot of families unfortunately do not have.
Hi, my name is Nicolette Getz, and I am Jim and Mary's oldest daughter. While it's probably not a surprise to you that leadership has been something that's been ingrained in us since we were little, after the birth of my son Peter, he quickly got the name Peter the Leader. Leadership is something that has been a big part of our life, and my parents have always encouraged us to set goals and to write them down and to go after your goals. I've learned that being a leader doesn't always mean being super enthusiastic and outgoing, even though everyone that knows my parents knows that's a lot of their style. But the importance of standing up for what you believe in and not being afraid to make a stance and stick out for what's important to you and your belief system. So leadership is a wonderful thing, and it has taught me, it's given me a lot of confidence in my life and my career. And I wouldn't have that without my parents and their guidance and their everlasting instruction and love. So love you, Mom and Dad. Thanks for all the leadership you guys have given us throughout our life, and that we are able to pass on to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Braden Gimel.
Hey Braden, can you give us some of your thoughts on leadership?
To me, a leader is somebody who always encourages another person and cheers them up even when they're down. I'm a leader to my baseball and basketball team because even when we are losing, I still am there for them and cheer them up. My favorite quote is from Russell Wilson, who says, "I have high expectations for myself. Always have, always will. I always believe in the talent God has given me. Always will."
Growing up in a Primerica family, I have learned many things about leadership and what qualities a leader should have, such as confidence, time management, speaking ability in front of a crowd, and those things. So what my parents have told me is to be a 2%er. So what that means is 98% of kids that's not accurate, but most kids my age just kind of go with the flow. They do whatever just because they think it's cool. And so I don't like to do that. I don't like to go with the flow. I like to take leadership over my own life and my own actions and make decisions that will benefit me for the future and not harm me. So there's this famous saying that is, Jesus had 12 followers, his disciples, and Hitler had millions. Obviously, this proves that the quality of a leader does not necessarily reflect the quantity of followers. And I think that's extremely important to know, because sometimes we make uncool decisions that may not result in a lot of people following, but the right people will follow. What I've learned from my parents is that it doesn't always matter who's following. As long as you listen to God, he will lead you down the right path, so then you can lead others.
Hey, this is Nate and I, Jim and Mary's son. And when I think about the lessons I've learned from my parents over the years, I think about a lot of things. I think about how they always taught us to ask people questions. You know, we'd be pulling up to a family reunion, and the last thing they'd tell us before we get out of the car is, you know, remember to ask people questions about themselves. It's always the best way to get people to feel good about themselves, and just how important it is to build relationships with people. And you know, they taught us at a young age that our relationships with our siblings would be some of the most important relationships we'd have in our lifetime. And I think because we learned that so young, and because it was a point of emphasis, that it's something that's definitely come to fruition because we focused on it. And I couldn't be more thankful for the relationships I now have with my three siblings. And they're some of my best friends. And I'm so glad that my parents taught us that. And I also, another thing was my dad told me at a young age that no matter what I did, he'd always be in my corner. And I think just knowing that I had that was you know, gave me great confidence throughout the years, and it's definitely something that I still rely on today. And lastly, but most importantly, just the importance of faith in our lives. Having a deep personal relationship with Jesus is something that's so important, and something that we'll always rely on in the good times and the bad times. And you know, just in closing, I'm so thankful for to have this my parents in their leadership roles throughout my life, in all ways. And love you, Mom and Dad. Blessed to be your son.